What's going on, Fame Analytics crowd? It's your man Al, also from We Come From Bad News podcast with my brother Nyaze Vincent. I wanted to come back at y'all with another review. I had an opportunity to go to the movie screening of Tyler Perry's A Fall from Grace about a week ago. Great way to start off the year. Had a chance to go see a magnificent movie, and I want to give you a few details about it. This is a non-spoiler review, so take a look at what I'm talking about on my IG page as well, Algernon's October, and let's go ahead and dive into all of the magnificence that is this movie. Now, in the past, I, like some other people, have been a little bit skeptical about some of the Tyler Perry films. They've been great. I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Medea and some of the other stuff like that. He had a couple movies, like I think the one with Janet Jackson, I forgot the name of it, something about marriage or something like that. That one was good. I enjoyed that one. And a few others were okay. I'm more so a fan of Tyler Perry, the man, the individual, the architect, more so than a lot of his work. But I have to say, this particular movie did make me a little bit more of a believer. And of course, having an opportunity to be at the Tyler Perry Studios earlier in 2019 with my wife and kids doing some things also kind of changed my perspective a bit. Anyway, let's dive into this movie right now. It's no secret that Tyler Perry and the city of Atlanta have a very special affinity for each other, and this was on full display when I did have an opportunity to go to the screening. It was a great turnout, real-time audience responses. Actually, most people in attendance were really eager and accepted their invitations as quickly as possible to attend the grand table that Tyler Perry's been talking about of Tyler Perry Studios' first production. If you don't know, this is the first production from Tyler Perry Studios, and it's also going to be premiering on Netflix January 17th, which is tomorrow. Now, this highly anticipated project basically centers around a very strong, kind-hearted character named Grace Waters. She's basically, when the movie comes on, kind of suffering through the recent traumas that's really connected to a husband's infidelities with his mistress, then turned wife. Yeah, it got ugly real fast. After years of marriage, they finally decided to kind of divorce, and she found herself alone and deeply angry about the circumstances she found herself in. So she, just like anyone else, she had to take time to reset her life and re-architect a new beginning, rich with friends, community service, and of course, personal and financial accomplishments. She was, kind of craving all of the perks of being in a relationship during that time. Of course, many times when you achieve a certain level of success, that doesn't take away the loneliness or the need for companionship. So she really was craving a lot of the trappings of companionship, long walks in the park, conversations, just someone to take interest in her outside of just, in a professional capacity. So a friend of hers gave her an invitation to go to an event. She reluctantly decided to go, and she did meet a very charismatic gentleman that she was very smitten by, and he was also very smitten by her. As time goes on, they do have a very teenage-style courtship, which leads to another marriage. But the downside of that is that once they do finally get together, the marital bliss did not last very long. I won't get too deep into what happened. I know you guys saw some of the trailer, but the marital bliss or the fun times or the good courtship started to descend into very passionate conversations around lifelong prison sentences, corporate fraud, and plea agreements. So it got ugly kind of fast with it, and there was a lot of different things that went wrong, and she definitely ended up having to deal with a lot of the circumstances around that situation with having another marriage and another man in her life that was truly not treating her as she should be treated. This basically in this movie, just to kind of wrap it up a little bit, Tyler Perry, in terms of the difference between this film and some of his other projects is that I feel like with this, he really served us a remarkable, slow-roasted thriller that left an emotional aftertaste for the audience. Crystal Fox, one of the stars of the movie, was outstanding. She was definitely one of the people that was hosting all of the magnificence. And I think that overall this movie benefited from having such a diverse cast in terms of the actors and actresses that played the roles. I mean, they had more established actors, such as, Felicia Rashad, Claire Huxtable. We had Cicely Tyson, the legendary Cicely Tyson, and of course, Tyler Perry as being the more established actors. But then you had newcomers like Brescia Webb that was there, and she did a fantastic job in this particular movie, as well as I think she's also starring in some of Tyler Perry's other productions as well. So it was great to see that fresh dynamic talent kind of merging with some of the established actresses and actors in the game to really bring about a well-balanced movie experience. So, as I said, Tyler really delivered, I think, a solid movie. It's a good, balanced movie, and you're going to see a lot of great surprises in it and things that are going to kind of unfold. Very good, a lot of unexpected things. So I think you should check it out. I think that it's a delicious movie if you're looking for something kind of different, new to watch, where you kind of don't know where it's going to go and what's going to happen. And I think that you'll enjoy it. It's a great experience. It comes out on January 17th, which is tomorrow. Make sure you go ahead and check it out on Netflix. When you get an opportunity, go ahead and look at some of my other videos where I've reviewed music, movies, and I'll be coming out with more videos for you as well. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the page. Make sure you check me and my brother Nyaze Vincent out on our podcast. We come from Bad News, everywhere in which you can find podcasts. And of course, my Instagram page, Algernon's October. Take care. Peace.